Hi, this is Monica Busby. I am a mom of a 15-year-old and a wife of 19 years. And I'm also a founder of two businesses. One is a seven-figure e-commerce business that was started by my son, Jarrell. And now it became a big family business. Another company that I also found is called E-commerce Kids, where we teach teens and preteens how to make money online. So as you can see, my schedule can be pretty hectic all the way around. I also love church, so I do that every Sunday and sometimes during the week. So why am I doing triathlons and races, you say, and how I got into Feisty Fox. Gosh, I got an amazing, just love how life has been happening since I started with Shang. And before that, I would have to go back a little bit, back 2008 was when really was a big turn in my life. I was diagnosed with ovarian cancer, probably I think at the age of 30 or 31, really, really young. And I heard that ovarian cancer is actually diagnosed by older women in their 50s and 60s. So I had to go through chemotherapy, and I actually developed a cyst in my ovary that grew to 10 pounds. And they had to emergency surgery everything. And from there, life has changed to going through chemo, losing my hair, really realizing what has happened and taking a perspective in life and seeing what I've been doing. And during that time, I was a major workaholic. My family was kind of falling to pieces. Same thing with my business at that time. And so when I finally got into remission, I decided, hey, I need to get healthier in my life. And it took a couple of years to kind of go through the ups and downs. But a friend of mine, Marisha, actually had me pick up a road bike back maybe 2014. And I couldn't even cycle 10 miles when I first rode that bike. I was probably my heaviest, which was 185 pounds during that time. And I just didn't know what to do. And I realized that when I started cycling little by little, doing social rides, 10-mile, 20-mile rides with friends, I realized I started getting to love it. And all of a sudden, one day, I'm like, I need to do something crazy ridiculous because I'm about to throw myself out the window with just life in general, the stress of work, working 60 to 70 hour weeks. And so I found this group called Fuller Center for Housing back in 2014 that allowed me to cycle across the country, which took me about 9 weeks, 3,500 miles. So that was the jump start to everything that's been happening. And from there, I did a half Ironman in Cebu. And then I got into a stint. The stint was, I got comfortable and started overeating again, gained probably most, if not all, the weight back. But every year I kept writing multiple cities at a time. That didn't go away. But then my issue was I would lose all that weight during the bike rides, and then I would gain the weight back during the off season. And I was just pretty fed up. So that was when I've been watching Shangrila and what she's been doing with her goals. And I was just fascinated by what she's been accomplishing. And I'm a big firm believer of coaches. I have coaches in my business that help us run through every single step. And I knew that I had to have a coach to take me to that next level, or not just a race, but how to get me mentally to the next level. And so I needed a coach. And Shangrila was available. She happened to be like maybe like 3-4 miles away from me, which was awesome, in Pasadena during that time. And I just told her my schedule. I'm going to do a bike ride across the country again. And she said, you thought about doing an Ironman? And I'm like, yeah, but that's kind of, way ahead in the future sometime. And she's like, well, Ironman Arizona is available next year and here's a link. And I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm going to sign up for it. Let's do it. Signed up for it. Didn't know how I was going to train for it, how I was going to make it happen. I've only done one half Ironman, and my swimming kind of, don't even know. I haven't swam really since high school, and I'm not much of a runner. So the only thing that I had hoped for is how fast I could go on a bicycle. So we met and had a game plan. And of course, she didn't realize how crazy my schedule is. I travel a lot, probably at least once or twice a month for business, and running two business and managing a whole household is a whole beast in itself while training. I didn't realize how hectic it was, but it was amazing that we were able to make it happen. So just 2 or 3 weeks ago, I just accomplished my first Ironman Arizona. Woohoo! I'm so excited. Of course, we could break it down to whether, I could have done better or, this or that. But you know what? I'm going to take what I got. A lot of people, over 500 people, were DNF, did not make it. So the fact that I made the cutoff and enjoyed most of the process, except the ending, and it just took me to the next level mentally. And I'm just so pumped up to see what I can do. Like, what is the next step for me to grow my mindset? How can I be mentally strong? How can I share my story? And the fact that I was able to share my faith and my story through the whole Ironman journey, it really changed who I am. I really came out of there almost like a different person, and that there's responsibilities that come along with it. And I just want to keep that going. And I want to see if I can push myself further and be able to show my son that anything's possible. He was able to see me go through the finish line and complete an Ironman. And for him to say, Mom, I'm going to do my first Ironman. Not Ironman, but my first triathlon. Let's start with that. He just signed up for one in March. My husband got so motivated that he signed up for an Ironman Florida next November. So I'm just like ecstatic that my family is getting into this lifestyle of working out together and being closer, healthier. So all of that really domino affected from the fact that, having a coach and being diligent and action oriented that comes along with that is just like such a life changer. And I just want to thank you, Shang, for just being patient with me. I'm not like the ultimate best client. I can whine, definitely, and I've had my moments of this is just way too uncomfortable, especially the first time I started climbing with you guys in a mountain. And I just had to walk it. And I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to have to walk that hill. From there to completing the Ironman 2-3 weeks ago. So I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart that you didn't give up on me, and that you really pushed me even to the last mile, the last minute of the Ironman, and making sure that I was just mentally there and being aware of my cutoff time and everything. So, yeah, man, I really encourage you guys to get a coach, and if you can get Shangrila and her Feisty Fox team, I highly recommend them. Give them a try, because I'm a firm believer of coaches. You've got to look at somebody that has done the work, and just to emulate what they do. Even if you could emulate 10%, if I could just emulate 10% of you, Shang, I think I could really get a couple of Ironmans in my belt and maybe something bigger. I don't know. I'll just keep moving forward. Right now, I'm just focusing on how I'm eating. Like, can you believe that? After an Ironman, I'm like finally figuring out how to eat better. But I'm taking it one step at a time. That's all we can do. We can't be perfect in this. We have to love who we are at the moment and strive to be who we can be in the future. And don't let that hinder you. Don't let fear hinder you. Just sign up for whatever the race is. Sign up with Shang, get a meeting, put that race together. If you say you want to do a half Ironman, just sign up. Okay? That is really half the battle, is jumping on board and making a commitment. The rest, it is hard work, but it's half the work than just making that ultimate decision. So that is it, guys. That's my testimony. Thank you, Shangrila. Thank you for the Feisty Fox team. I love you guys. I can't wait to grow more together. You know my schedule next year. I am so stoked to what I can do next year and beyond. And I feel like I'm just getting younger and younger and younger doing this stuff. I love it. Thank you, guys. Peace out.